I hope everything is good. I'm recording this on Tuesday, October 12th at 3:24 p.m. Mountain Time. Southwest Airlines CEO Gary Kelly says he's against making his employees take the V. But President Biden has forced his hand with the federal mandate. The Southwest CEO sticking out his chest like he's taking a stance for liberty. Are you buying it? I'm not. Here's why. It's a phony stance. He's not really going against Biden. And this is just my humble opinion. If I'm proven wrong, I will say so. I always leave the possibility open that I am wrong, of course. But I think they are playing games. You see, executive mandates weren't enough. You saw what happened. This is probably the fifth time I've brought up the CDC mandate, the eviction moratorium that was ruled unconstitutional twice. The thing is, if he does a mandate, that can be tested in the courts via the judicial branch. And right now, the judicial branch is holding up okay. It's by far between executive, legislative, it's by far the most trustworthy, impartial branch at this moment. So if he really did an executive mandate and really had it signed and really had it enacted, that could be tested just like this. CDC using the CDC, he's using OSHA. So what they did is, and there's precedence for this, Obama did it before, but we're at a scarier moment, is Biden is governing via press release. Yes, I'm quoting from the Federalist right now, Joy Pullman, great article by Joy here. She says, we've all heard about the Joe Biden alleged V mandate for private companies employing 100 or more people. It was all over the news even before he announced it on September 9th. I'm going to break away. That's that ugly speech. Every September 9th will be a date I probably will always remember. Back to the article. His announcement has jeopardized the employment of millions of Americans and increased worker shortages in critical domains such as healthcare and every other sector, basically. 100 employees or more, that's any sector that falls under. Here's the only problem. It's all a mirage. Biden's so-called V mandate doesn't exist. This is fact. It does not exist. There is no mandate. Not officially. You've got words, verbal vomit, you've got a press release, and you've got a state propaganda media that is, they have reached new lows every day. There's no mandate. So Gary Kelly, can I talk to you real quick? Mr. Kelly, can I talk to you real quick? You said that you're against making your employees take the V, but Biden forced your hand. Why are you lying to me? If you said, I'm anticipating, it's not official yet, we're doing this to anticipate it coming, and I'm looking at his quotes, I watched the clip on TV, I don't see anything like that. He said, this is a quote from Mr. Kelly, CEO of Southwest. The executive order from President Biden mandates that all federal employees and then all federal contractors, which covers all major airlines, have to have the V in place by December 8th. There is no mandate. You're lying or ignorant. That's not a mandate. That's garbage. So if you are against it, then you wouldn't need to do anything yet. Let me read a little bit more of Joy's article here. Someone named Stephanie McFarland, spokeswoman for the Indiana Occupational Safety and Health Administration, Indiana OSHA, told me October 6th, there is nothing there yet that gives employers any mandate. Of course there's not. There's no paper, nothing signed. You know, when the president comes in and they do all these, they're running on this now. They're actually running for office on, Kamala Harris ran on office. Like, I'm going to do all these executive mandates, disgusting stuff on either side. Both parties do this. But you have to sign a piece of paper. You have to have the rules of the mandates out. We don't have that yet. I go on. The president made an announcement on asking OSHA to do it, but we've not yet seen anything come from it yet. She also said when the state agency gets any further information, they'll review it. So when that day comes, then it will be official and we'll review what the rules are and how it's going to be done. Joy writes here, to impose the public perception of a mandate, the Biden administration is following an unusual rulemaking process it also employed earlier this year called an Emergency Temporary Standard, ETS. Never heard of this in my life. The spring ETS rule took nearly 6 months to issue. Meanwhile, companies are telling reporters their V mandates will have at the latest December deadlines. For those who can't calendar, that's 4 months after Biden's non-existent mandate was proclaimed. According to OSHA, an ETS takes up to 6 months to go into effect after the initial mandate is issued in the Federal Register, which again, for this proclaimed 100-employee mandate, hasn't happened. It's not there. It's a ghost. It's a threat. It's garbage at this point. And there's nothing that would have stopped Biden from waiting until it was, because if they're right and it says take 6 months, then I would have respected if Biden said, I don't respect executive orders. Let me make sure that that is clear. But I would have said, okay, you're ready to put it in the Federal Registry. You've already worked on the rules. You sign it. Then 6 months from there, it's going to go through that process. Okay, I got you. What you're doing right now is governing people, not even by the executive mandate anymore. It's just a thought. What else can he just say that corporations will just, oh yeah, well, the president said that. In my opinion, they did that on purpose. It's my opinion. They did that on purpose. I'm not alleging collusion. I can't prove that. You don't have to tell somebody. You don't have to tell somebody. Biden doesn't have to tell the CEOs. I don't know if he did or not. But if he does this press release, they know what's up. They have legal counsel. They know what's up. If I know, they know. I'm just some idiot in my basement. So what they did is he said, okay, I'm going to do this press release. CEOs love this, probably behind the scenes, can point to the press release. Most of the ignorant public doesn't know the difference between a mandate and a real law. And that's not to diss my fellow citizens. They live in their life. What's my takeaway? I've done a couple videos. I did a video on Biden on front of the fake stage, the Truman Show, and just, last night, Kamala Harris with the child actors. And you might wonder, like, really, is that big of a deal? This is fake too. Like, they've changed the language of everything. A whistleblower now means somebody who's propped up by the establishment. That's not a whistleblower. A whistleblower is afraid for their life, or they've got information you don't know. They've changed the definition of racist. They changed the definition of, I was just chatting online with somebody about something else they changed the definition of. Like they've changed the definition of democracy to now be ruled via authority of press release. It's not just the fake stage or the fake child actors that are completely unnecessary. Man, you could have had my child up there, my 5-year-old, probably knows more about space than Kamala Harris. That's not really a diss. He's brilliant. He knows more about dinosaurs than I do. But he's enthusiastic. You don't need fake actors for this. I know he's a little younger than the thing, but you get my point. There's millions of kids that they could have picked to have authentic moments with. That's not the only thing that's fake. There is no mandate. Take care.